What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Maya Elise, and I'm here to share a testimony with you. I received a prophetic word April 2nd, 2022. That prophetic word has come into fruition tenfold. Today is September 8th, 2025, and I just want to share with you what the Lord has done since April of 2022, now in September 2025. So the first thing I want to do is read that prophetic word that I received on April 2nd, 2022. And that prophetic word is actually about this very home in which I am living in now. This is my parents' home, and I live at home with my parents. But back in April of 2022, I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina in an apartment by myself. That was a very challenging and trying time. I was dealing with a lot of self-worth issues, chasing relationships that weren't for me. I was in a long season of isolation, struggling with being in college, struggling with watching people go ahead of me. I felt like my worth was tied to a timeline. I was also living in a roach infested apartment. I was dealing with drugs, I was dealing with alcohol, so a lot of different things were going on at one time. And I had no idea that there was a such thing as a prophetic word. I was growing my relationship with Christ, but I had not quite tapped into the prophetic. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know anything about prophets, apostles. I just always thought it's just the preacher and that's really all there is to it. So during this time, I had no idea that I was receiving a prophetic word. I received the prophetic word about this home in the year of 2022. We moved into this house in the year of 2023, late 2023. So before this house was built though, it was just an empty lot. This was a new build home. So back in 2022, this home was not even here. It was just the lot space. So I just want to provide you that context. Bear with me. I'm holding this tripod while also holding this journal and reading. So that's makeup on the back of my journal. But bear with me as I try to multitask to get this testimony out. The kingdom does not have roaches. My child, a test which you have passed. Have faith that I will rise you into a palace of natural sunlight. Tall windows. We have tall windows here. And we have tall windows here. Granite countertops. Granite countertops here. Beautiful furnishings. I consider the furnishings like the light fixtures and of course the furniture, but beautiful furnishings, beautiful furniture. Lightly covered wood flooring. Let's look at the wood flooring. You will remember where I delivered you from and speak boldly about what I did and how I took you out of Egypt. You will brag about me, giving all the glory. You will lift me up as I lift you up, even higher. I chose you because I can trust you to give me my credit. I chose you because I can trust you to show the world my face. Your labor to this promise has been the hurt you've endured, the judgment that has passed, the way you've been manipulated. Your hard work is done, and I am preparing your graduation party where you will receive gifts, but more importantly, your rites of passage. Your next level is now. Continue to wait as I add my finishing touches, but wait knowing you are closer than you've ever been. My child, who has made me very proud, you are now a butterfly and the world will see the beautiful wings I created just for you. My humble servant, in you I am proud. Love your father, Black Jesus. I want to go ahead and provide some scripture now. So we're going to have a seat. We're going to do some Bible reading, and we're going to go ahead and get into the remainder of this word because there's more, baby. God always is more. So there's more. So let's go ahead and read the scripture though. So I am in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 10 through 11. It reads, when the Lord your God brings you into the land he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give you a land with large flourishing cities you did not build, houses filled with all kinds of good things you did not provide, wells you did not dig, and vineyards and olive groves you did not plant. Then when you eat and are satisfied, be careful that you do not forget the Lord who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. In this note he gave me, in this word, he specifically said, I will take you out of Egypt. In this word, he said, be careful that you do not forget the Lord who brought you out of Egypt. Want to know how the Lord is speaking to you? When the word he gives you can be confirmed in his word, in his text. The same text in this word is the same word that he gave me, the same language. Nothing changed from the language. That is how you know that the Lord is speaking to you, when you can go back and see, okay, if he's saying this, if this is what I'm hearing and I'm being positioned to write this thing out, let me go back and see in his word where it mirrors. You know what I'm saying? Where it mirrors. Your life should mirror this text. So yeah, but let's go ahead and get into the rest of the word. We have to leave the house for this one because, baby, it's more, like I said. As mentioned, this house was built in the year of 2023 as a new build. We actually have the luxury of living in the neighborhood that our builder also lives in. So with that, whenever we had any questions, issues, or concerns with the home when we just moved in, we were able to call, text him, and he'd show right up. Because of that, we obviously built a really solid relationship with the builder. And that is what leads up to the next part of this testimony. So while living here, I was also asked by my pastor at Watch Chapel Missionary Baptist Church to be one of the ministry leaders, youth ministry leaders at our church. I'm one of few. And with that, I built a relationship also with another one of the leaders. So after our Winter Wonderland Ball back in the year of 2024, this leader and I went out and had tacos, and we just shared some information about what was going on in our lives. And I learned through her that her family was getting ready to move. They had found a great realtor, but had not quite found their dream home. So me remembering the quality of work of the builder, how impactful he was, and how he was quickly available to address issues, I recommended that builder to my other ministry leader. Her family, y'all, decided to move with my recommendation and move into a new home that was originally just like this house, just a lot. They had to purchase the lot and then they built the home. And that just goes to show, number one, the power of the tongue. The word says the power of the tongue brings life or death. Is what you're saying going to birth something? And in my case, my words birthed the new home that they're now living in. The word also says that he will give us land. And we never know what that land will look like. It doesn't necessarily always mean that it will be land that we dwell on, but it can be land that our voice, our recommendation is attached to. That piece of lot, that piece of land, there is now a home being built on that land because of my voice, because I recommended something, because I said, hey, what about this? Hey, what about that? That is exactly what the power of the tongue should do. It should bring life. It should bring overflow. It should bring blessings into someone else's life. These homes are not cheap, y'all. So not only did they get the opportunity to build their dream home, but that builder now is getting the opportunity for income because now he has a new client off of the power of my tongue, off of the words that the Lord put in me to speak out onto someone else's situation, onto someone else's life. So every time I walk past that home, I drive past that home, it is a visual representation of the power of the tongue, but also what God is getting ready to do in my life, because God will not allow me to see someone else's blessing be birthed and built and not expect anything in return. And it's not about getting things in return, but it's about seeing the manifestation of the Lord's blessings and the Lord's overflow in someone else's life because of something you said, because of something you did. So this is my testimony. This is my, my truth. And I'm just so thankful for the Lord and the clearance to actually share this word. So I just want to encourage anyone who's feeling doubtful or questioning a word that the Lord gave you. Baby, you heard him correctly. You heard him correctly. He is a big God, all right? You could be a little person. Y'all, I ain't even got that much money in my bank account. And I'm over here closing business deals, okay? Oh, look, I'm closing business deals. So that's the word. That's the T. Y'all be blessed.